Welcome to another episode of Weekly Pick'em. This is episode number 5. We're doing week number 13. Last week we missed a week of the Weekly Pick'em because of the holiday. We had to take the holiday off.
Had to take the holidays off. I hope everybody had a great holiday. We did. We actually hosted this year, so it was a packed house. We had a great time. How was yours?
It was good. You know, I had my daughter. My son's is in New Mexico, so he couldn't make it. But my daughter came over, and then we stayed. She came over for the Ohio State game too, which that's a different topic of conversation. I don't even want to talk about that.
That's a different depression. No such being Ohio State and a Cowboy fan sometimes.
I don't even call weekdays anymore because I just don't want to say the word day. So,
I know. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. I'm so tired of you.
Win, third, and Friday. I don't say the word day.
We're not gonna talk about negativity.
No. Okay, let's leave that alone.
That's funny.
Yeah. But we did have some interesting games last week because we missed last week. So the Cowboys beat Washington and beat Carolina the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are saying, beating these mediocre teams or these under 500 teams. But the problem I have is we're beating them better than other teams have been beating them. There's no close games when it comes to the Cowboys games.
I agree.
How do you feel about that?
First of all, you can only play who's on your schedule. Let me first start with that. It's not like we pick and choose the schedule. And saying that we only beat weak teams, we only have 2 losses against prominent teams. We got 3 losses. Arizona was a fluke, but 49ers, yes, they blew us out. They whooped that ass. The Seagulls, look, it came down to the last play of the game. It's not like they played a horrible game. Okay, it's not like we got completely dominant. It's not like the other teams that we're beating we're closer. We're blowing them out. We're dominating them. Like in every aspect, offense, defense, and special teams. So how are they saying that these games don't matter? These are also preparation for the Phillies, the Niners, the Chiefs. So I don't like that mess. Like, no, every game freaking matters. We can only play who's in front of us. And it ain't our fault the other team chooses not to show up. So, yeah.
Right.
It's not true at all. Yeah. Every game matters.
Stephen A. Smith said we are the first team in NFL history that's had 4 bye weeks in a row. So
I miss that one. Our biggest critic.
Yeah.
Anyway, another game I want to talk about that I did not see coming. Well, I kind of did. The Philly and the Bills. Yeah. Man, that was a game.
It was. I'm really disappointed that I picked Philadelphia to win this game, but I was hoping that Buffalo would pull it off and Josh Allen wouldn't throw so many interceptions. Oh my God. You're throwing interceptions, you're fumbling the ball. Yeah.
We cannot make excuses for Josh Allen anymore.
No.
They criticized Dak Prescott, but they've been very quiet this year. Dak had one bad game. He had one bad game. Dak has been the best quarterback in the league. MVP type of status. Let's be real. And if that was Dak, he would be criticized to hell. Oh yeah. But Josh Allen seems to get passes. And who also seems to get past this is Justin Herbert. I'm tired of saying Justin Herbert is a good quarterback. He is a mediocre quarterback.
You know what it is, though. He's a tall, athletic quarterback who can throw the ball. Pretty boy. He has a quarterback look. So they're going to give them the pass. So, okay, these are, you 6'4", 240 pounds. You're an elite quarterback automatically, no matter what your skills say.
Right. We can no longer give him excuses. But I will give you this. You beat me this week.
I did. I think it's the first time all year that I beat you. Yeah. This is the first time all year that I beat you.
By 1 game. And the game that I was confident to
Texans was going to win, but the Jaguars somehow pulled through. I think that was a decided pick that we had.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I think what it was they have coaching. This is the coaching experience. Now, I know it only came down to a last-second field goal, but it was coaching experience. DeMeco Ryans is a great coach, but Jaguars coach has he's a rookie, and Jaguars coach has more experience. He went to the Super Bowl, so he has let's go ahead and go to the picks of this week.
Let's get to the pick'ems, y'all. All right, first up, I have the Colts versus the Titans. I'm going to go. They both are middle of the road teams. I'm gonna go Tennessee just because they're at home, and they're still overall the better team. Not by much. I'm not saying it's gonna be a blowout or anything, but I will go with Tennessee on this one. Oh, you got
okay. I'm going to go with the Colts because I see a lot of turmoil in Tennessee. Tennessee turmoil Titans. With Derrick Henry is not happy on the sideline. I don't know what's going on. They got a new quarterback who's he's not that great. He can throw the ball downfield, but you have to throw it accurately to get it to your receivers. I don't see DeAndre Hopkins getting any deep passes anymore. I don't know what's going on. I know it's because of the new quarterback, but it seems like the coaching would draw up the plays to get him the ball downfield. And in Indianapolis, they're bad, but they're finding ways to win games. Gardner Minshew, yes, they are. Last week they won. So Gardner Minshew, who's he's not a great quarterback. But he's one of those
quarterback.
He's a scrappy guy who I think he'll find a way to get the ball downfield or use his legs to score touchdowns. And I appreciate about him. And that's the only reason why. I just see a lot of turmoil in Tennessee, and I think that'll affect them on the field.
Yeah.
Even though they're at home.
I'm gonna stick with the Titans. I think they're gonna go back to what makes them, which is their run game. So from reports said they are going to increase their running. And the coach just lost Jonathan Taylor. So he's done. He's having surgery. So now they back to the original run. I'm gonna go with the Titans on this one. Yeah.
All right.
But if the Colts win, I wouldn't be surprised.
Right. Next game is the Pittsburgh Steelers at home against the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
I'm going Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Because they proved last week that Matt Canada was the problem. They got this is the first time in 59 games, in 60 games.
They had more yards.
Previous games they couldn't get over 400 yards. They got over 400 yards for the first time in 59 games. Najee Harris looked good last week. Warren looked okay. And I can't say the same about Pickett because Kenny Pickett is going to be terrible no matter what. I think this is going to throw a better game. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and he throws back. I mean, his passes are so baffling to me.
Dude.
I mean, the guys, sometimes they're wide open. They're wide open.
I think they might as well go with Mitchell Trubisky, honestly.
They might as well, yeah.
They might as well go because I think Mitchell is a more experienced. I think they should start him over Kenny because all Kenny does is throw Pickets. It ain't Pickets anymore. Yeah. So I'm also gonna go with Pittsburgh because they're at home and they're playing with more life. Plus, they're playing Arizona. Although Kyler Murray is back, Arizona's they're just a horrible team. Like,
I picked them to win last week.
Yeah, I did too.
I don't know why.
Or did I?
Yeah, I don't know why. No, I think you won that game.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I thought that he would make an impact. After the third. This is the third game back, but not at all.
I mean, he's still coming back, and they don't have a good O-line. So
no, they don't at all. Yeah.
All right. So next up, we have the Chargers at New England. I am going who we just was talking about. I'm gonna go with Justin Herbert. I believe in Justin Herbert way more than I believe in Mac Jones or whoever whoever they start. New England is the most. I would not have guessed this. They're the most dysfunctional team. Under Bill Belichick, there is no other team as dysfunctional as them. You could say the Jets, but at least the Jets still got wins up. So
yeah,
I'm gonna have to go with the Chargers. It's not really much for me to elaborate. It's pretty obvious why it's New England. They're on the brink of just breaking up. I think this is Bill Belichick last year.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm going with the Chargers too, and I think that's the reason why is because I don't think Bill Belichick is given everything that he needs to give for this team. There's no control. There's no organization in the organization. Bill Belichick is not doing the Patriot way. Or I think what it is these players are tired of the Patriot way. What is that anymore? Yeah. The Patriot way left when Tom left.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
The Patriot way was Tom Brady.
Was Tom Brady. Yeah, exactly. When he left, the whole thing left. Now,
he was the Patriots way.
Right. Now I'm not saying that Bill Belichick is a bad coach. What I'm saying is he's a bad coach for this situation. He needs to be in a perfect situation for him to be successful. Now, I don't know how it was. When Tom first got there to New England, it made the situation better. But I think right now in his age, not that he's old in football, but
he's 75.
The way he runs his team, he needs to be in a perfect situation for him to be successsull because he's not a player's coach at all.
At all, he's
not a Mike McDaniel.
He's a system, and what's crazy part? All of his coaches that are now head coaches, they all suck. They all either got fired.
Brian Daboll was one of them.
Yeah, they all suck. So I'm like, okay, it was literally just the Patriots system of having Tom Brady. So definitely going with the Chargers. I do believe, even though the Chargers, they're not clearly performing to anybody's standards of what we thought they would be this year. So they are one of the most disappointing teams. I would say they're definitely one of the most disappointing teams of this year, but still got to go with them over New England. Who you got next?
Next game I got the Falcons going into New York or New Jersey, wherever their stadium is, to play the Jets. Like you said, mentioned them earlier. The Jets, it's just a bunch of mess, and no matter who the quarterback is, they're not going to be successful. I'm sorry, I'm going with the Falcons. Right. The Falcons aren't that much better than the Jets, but the one thing the Falcons have for them is a solid system of who's starting, who's playing what, and what the game plan is. It seems like the Jets don't know what's going on.
Every week is a different week. Aaron Rodgers coming back.
Right. They are a different team every week. Every week they are a different team. One week they play the Raiders. They're like, okay, they look good. They look good against the Raiders. They look great. They look good against the Eagles. Oh my God, they look great. Oh, maybe Aaron Rodgers should come back so they can make it to the playoffs. And then it's like I think they lost like 3 or 4 in a row. So it's like they look terrible all around.
They're wasting their defense. If I was the defense on the defense, I would be so pissed that we have a top 5 defense, but we got a bottom 5 offense. They cannot move the ball. And they finally decided to bench Zach Wilson. So they may have some momentum, like, oh shoot, we're done with Zach now. But still don't go. Yeah, is it enough? No, it's not enough.
No,
it's not enough. I'm going ladder.
All right, who you got?
ATL shouty. Detroit and New Orleans. Now, Detroit is on this. Jared Goff is looking like the old Jared Goff. These past 2 games, but I think he's going to come out that snow. Plus, New Orleans is their injuries. They have the most injuries in the league. Chris Olave got a concussion. No, New Orleans.
Okay.
Chris Olave got got concussion. Michael Thomas out. The offensive line is back and forth. The defense is back and forth. They have, I think, about 8 or 9 starters that are injured. So they make too many subs now. So I'm gonna go with Detroit. I think Detroit is gonna play much better than what they have the past 2 weeks. They're not gonna go down by 17 points again. Try to make a late run again. They're gonna play ahead. This is gonna be a dominant game. I'm going the Detroit Lions. I think Jared Goff is gonna shake off whatever he had off and probably play like the Jared Goff that we've been seeing this year.
Yeah, I'm going with the Lions too. Watching the last couple games when Jared Goff is fumbling the ball off sacks and just looking terrible. He looks so goofy out there trying to run the ball. First of all, you can't run the ball, and then when you run the ball, you're not protecting the ball. You're running the ball. You're running with your hand out like this. Yeah. Come on, man. Yeah. That's easy pickings for a defense.
But I still think Detroit gonna get it.
I got Detroit in this game too. The defense is pretty solid. They're not terrible defense. They're not the best defense, but they are a top 10 defense, I think, the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
So I think that'll overcome any kind of deficiency that they have on offense, any kind of missing players that they have on offense. New Orleans is falling apart. Derek Carr doesn't look like Derek Carr, like an MVP type of Derek Carr.
Yeah.
And their backup is Jameis. I don't think he could do any better.
Jameis got the corniest.
Oh my God! Did you see him on the sideline? Yes. He was rapping.
Get out the way.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Like,
I don't know.
If anything, Jameis Winston, he's more entertaining.
He is, yeah.
Because he will throw some passes. He's definitely more entertaining. He was throwing pick and games, though. Yeah, he was throwing pick and like, oh well, I'll come back and do another one. he has zero care.
Oh well, that's a part of the game. That's just a part of the game.
See you do it again. That's funny, man. All right, what you got next?
All right, I got the Dolphins going into Washington to play the Commanders. Dolphins. You see, I'm even though I'm picking them to win this game against the Commanders, of course, because it's against the Commanders. But I wouldn't be surprised if this was a close game, because sometimes the Dolphins don't play to a level of how good they are, how great they are. They really are. Yes, they are. They're one of those. Yeah. And they, like I said before, it kind of reminds me of how the Cowboys played the last couple of years. Not this year, but the last couple of years. You'll see a great Cowboys team come out on the field, and they look so dominating. And then the next game, they look like the team that played Arizona. Like, wait a minute,
like
is this the same team?
They took a whole week off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like so, they took the whole week off. They did no preparation. Yeah. That's
right.
Cowboys for you.
So I got them in this game, but I wouldn't be surprised if they took this week off. And it would be a close game.
I'm gonna go Dolphins. I think it's gonna be a blowout. Okay. I think Dolphins gonna blow out the Commanders because Ron Rivera, the players lost all faith in him. They're not even playing for the coach, but they're looking at the coach and they're ignoring their coach. Yeah. So the Commanders looking like the Commanders, like they're not commanding anything. They just need to go sit down. So I'm going Miami, but I'm telling you right now, you better start Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waller. Both of them don't go out in your fantasy. Okay. If you're a fantasy football players team. Who I have next is Houston at Denver at Houston. I'm going Denver. I got ride the wave. Okay. They're clicking. Their defense. Our first episode, I said the defense was horrible. On this episode, their defense is playing like a defense. The defense has greatly improved. They're clicking. They're slowing the ball down. Russell Wilson's averaging 180 or 190 the past 3 games. That's been their win streak. Okay, and that's been the winning system. They have momentum. I'm going Denver. CJ Stroud. I still got faith in you, trust you, but I don't think he's gonna pull out this one. I'm going Denver.
I'm going Texas. The Texans on this one, because they're at home and they play pretty decent at home. Denver is clicking on all cylinders, offense, defense, special teams. But I just think that I don't think this is a game that the Texans will let slip away because they're in the hunt now for the AFC playoffs. Yeah. And this is a key game right here. This is a very, very, this is a very important game for both of them. So I think this will be a close game. I think this will come, just like last week, this will come down to the last second touchdown or field goal for the team that wins this game. And I got the Texans winning this game. CJ Stroud is playing at an MVP level, no matter who he plays, no matter what game or what defense comes at him. He's playing at an MVP level. I think he'll do that again this week against the Broncos.
So here's what I'm gonna say: if they play Houston way, a fast-paced throwing the ball, Texans. If they play Denver's ball, a slower game, a lower scoring game, it's Denver.
Yeah. You might be right. Yeah. Next game is the game of the week.
Yeah, like if it's a high scoring game, it's Texas. If it's a low scoring game, it's Denver. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game because of their defense is gonna show up. I think it's gonna be an upset. Everybody's picking the Texans, so this is gonna be, if Denver wins, it's gonna be upset of the week.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm going Denver.
Next game might be an upset of the week too. The Carolina Panthers going into Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers. I got the Buccaneers. Carolina just fired their coach yesterday, but I don't think they're trying to win any games this year. And it's surprising because I don't know if they're trying to go for the number 1 draft pick, which is would be
they don't have it.
They don't have it? Chicago has it, right?
Yeah, Chicago has it. They traded DJ Moore to Chicago for the number 1 pick. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. They're not any good. The coaching is fired. I got Tampa Bay. They're at home. There's no way they can lose this game. There's no way they should lose this game, but you never know.
No way they should.
Yeah. Never know.
But they are.
But yeah. You got Carolina? You got Carolina?
They fired their coach. They have momentum now. It's going to be like a spark plug. Plus, Baker Mayfield is injured too. So let's keep that in mind too. So if Baker plays, he's playing with an injury. So he's not going to be as mobile. So and mobility is part of Baker Mayfield's game. So I'm going Carolina. They're going to get their second or third win. I don't know what their record is. It's 2-10 or 1-10. I don't know.
1-10, yeah.
1-10. They're going to get their second win. They're going to have a it's gonna be momentum. We got a new coach. We got a spark plug. We got a new system. Let's play harder for this coach. Let's show them we can do it. They're gonna play an emotional momentum game. I'm going Carolina. If they beat Tampa, and if Denver beat Houston, I'm the GOAT. All right. So here's who I got next. I got the Rams and the Cleveland Browns. I'm so disappointed in Cleveland. I'm going Rams.
Yeah.
Cleveland started here, and then they just bombed. Like Myles Garrett is injured now, so that's your defense. Yeah, like Myles Garrett is the defense. So I'm going with the Rams. The Rams is your mediocre team. Like they can win and they can lose, but I'm gonna go with the Rams. I have a lot more faith in Matthew Stafford than I do whoever Cleveland's starting quarterback is. I don't know if they're going. It hasn't been reported if they're going to go with the rookie or they're going to go with PJ. They don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm going with the Rams too. Like you said, Cleveland they started off as a decent team. It's so iffy about them. They played great defense and they were winning games without a starting quarterback, without Deshaun Watson, and they were winning games either by field goal or dominating the whole game.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to say what type of team this is.
You don't know.
They go back and forth with they look great, then they look terrible.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I can't support them or back them anymore.
Yeah.
I got the Rams winning this game. Matt Stafford is playing like the Super Bowl Matt Stafford last week. He played like that. I'm not saying he's been playing that all year, but last week he played a great game. Yeah, he played a great game last week. And he still got some weapons. He's got weapons on offense. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua? Whatever his name is.
He got Tutu. Yeah.
And their defense is not great, but they can stop some teams. And they'll do that against the barely moving offense of the Cleveland Browns.
They don't have a running back. You know what? I feel sorry for Amari Cooper.
Man,
because he's such a great receiver and on a horrible team. Like he's been dominant all year, but he can't do it on his own, especially if he's not the quarterback. So he's in a horrible system. The Cowboys, that's the only thing I hate about the Cowboys, they did him wrong.
They did.
So, but nonetheless, I'm definitely going with the Rams, and they're also favored to win by a lot.
I think
we got next up.
Point.
Yeah.
Next game, I got the. Now this is really the game of the week, and I don't know who I want to win this game. San Francisco goes into Philadelphia to play the Eagles. I'm not going to say who I want to win this game, but I'm picking the 49ers to win this game. Because even though the Eagles, they look good on both ends of the ball, but the 49ers, I'm sorry, they look like a Super Bowl team, especially the last 3 weeks. Even with Brock Purdy, but you can see some drop downs in some of Philly's area, like on defense. They can't stop the run, and no, they can stop the run, but they can't stop the pass. Their DBs are not that great. Bradbury is the only defensive back that they have that they can depend on. But
yet they still are doing it. But yet they still are winning and dominating the game.
They find ways to win. But the difference is San Francisco gets after the quarterback. Now with the addition of Chase Young, and you already have Bosa out there. The DBs aren't that great. The DBs aren't that great, but they find ways to stop the pass too. Stop the run and stopping the pass, even with the pressure up front from the defensive linemen. And their offense, I'm sorry, but their offense cannot be stopped.
It can't.
I don't care how great your defense is. Kyle Shanahan he calls a perfect game almost every game.
And they fully healthy too.
Yeah.
They are healthy now too.
With Debo, CMC, Brock Purdy's on the ball.
Oh my God! So Kittle's still there. Oh my God!
I'm kind of scared of San Francisco, and I shouldn't admit that as a Cowboys fan, but I'm scared of them. If we play them in the playoffs, I'll
they got a curse over us.
Huh?
They got a curse over us. It's like San Francisco.
They do, but the curse might be lifted. The curse might be lifted December 30th.
Because we got Rivalry.
Because we finally got the coach in the Ring of Honor. Finally.
So the curse may be lifted. I think the curse will be lifted. Don't get my hopes up.
I'm getting my hopes up because December 30th when Jimmy Johnson goes into the Ring of Honor, I'm calling Super. Wait a minute. I want to be like every other Cowboys fan and say, this is our year. This is the Super Bowl year.
You know what? I keep my expectations low, so my emotions can stay lower. So I don't want to hear a Super Bowl. I don't want to say the word. I don't want to say the words. All right. I don't want to go with it. That was funny, dude. That was a good one. I'm gonna go Philly because Philly can match everything San Francisco can do. They got the brother 4-for-1, 4-for-2. Boom.
Yeah, you can't stop that. You can't stop that.
The most unstoppable play in the league right now.
Yeah.
I trust Jalen Hurts way more than I trust Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Philly is still healthy too, other than Jalen Hurts' knee, which hasn't been an issue since the week off. He played tremendous the second half of the Bills game. Like the first half was rough. I don't know what it was. The second half, that's a bad boy. Whether I like him or not, that's a bad quarterback. I'm gonna go with Philly because they're at home. San Francisco, they lost 3 games in a row for a reason. So I think they're gonna lose this game. Philly at home. Philly's not intimidated by San Francisco.
No,
I think San Fran is more intimidated by Philly. Guarantee it. I'm calling Philly on this one, and it may not be a close game.
Right.
So I'm definitely going to fill it up. If it's a close game, definitely the game of the week, but definitely the most going to be a highly watched game. Who I want to win, they can go to double overtime if I care. Matter of fact, I want them to have a tie. I want them to have a tie.
That'll destroy all of our picks, all the betting, fantasy.
I don't have a tie. Next up, I got Kansas City at Green Bay. Kansas City, clearly, if you pick Green Bay, even though they have been playing a little better, and Chris Watson, they're finally finding their number one receiver. So I will give Green Bay that they finally incorporate Chris Watson, which I've been saying all year. Why the best receiver on the team is not getting the ball? He's finally getting the ball. So I'm definitely, but nonetheless, it's freaking Green Bay. I'm not picking Green Bay over Kansas City any day of the week.
Yeah, I got Kansas City too, of course. I mean, they're just a better team. Green Bay's, like you said, been playing decent over the last couple of games. Like Jordan Love and Chris Watson has had some great connections over the especially last game.
Yeah,
but
we had two touchdowns.
Yep.
Yeah,
against Detroit, right?
Yep.
That was Thanksgiving. Yep. So even though they look good and they're at home, but of course, Kansas City is a Super Bowl team. Even though they've been up and down this year, they're still a Super Bowl team. They have Super Bowl quality players. You still got Patrick Mahomes, who's virtually unstoppable. He only stops himself. So,
that's it.
Yeah, and the only problem I have with Kansas City is their receivers are trash.
They're horrible.
Tony is trash. Oh
my
God. What I don't understand about these drops is I don't care. You are a professional, first of all. Second of all, you have gloves that stick to the football.
That sticks. Like, they have cheat codes. And they still can't carry the damn ball. Like, the last game Kansas City lost was because of their receivers.
Yeah.
Wide open in the end zone. Full-blown drop.
Oh, my God.
Like, he needs to be cut.
Yeah. So, that was against Philadelphia. And they could have won
against Philly. They should have won that game. So, honestly, Philly should have lost 2 games. Definitely against Kansas City and against the Cowboys. Yeah. But all that matters is who actually won the game. That's all that matters. But those are two losses, 2 close games, down to the wire games that Philly did not. I may change my pick now. I may talk myself out of San Francisco and Philly.
Like you said, those close games. Philadelphia. San Francisco is not going to let that happen. I'm sorry, their defense is not going to let that happen. So you can change your pick all you want.
I may change my pick on that one. I'm gonna stick with Philly for now, but don't be surprised if you see on our app San Francisco. I got to do a little more research on that one. What we got next?
Monday night game is the Battle of the Tigers. No, it's the Bengals going into Jacksonville to play the Jaguars.
He said Bengals and Jaguars. I get it.
Battle of the Cats.
I know that for a moment. Battle of the Tigers. Jaguars. Whatever. Hey, teach his own.
No. I got the Jaguars. The Bengals just are disappointing this year. Of course, Joe Burrow is hurt now. And the quarterback they have in now, he's just not that guy. He's not that good. So Browning. Yeah, I don't know if he. I don't think he's ever played any snaps in the NFL. I think 1 or 2, maybe.
I have no idea, but I know.
Yeah,
I know the
one
game he played was
preseason
horrible.
and one earlier this year. This past game, he looked terrible. I mean, of course,
he looked scared. No, he was scared. He was scared.
Yeah,
dude, I turned the game. I was like, I ain't gonna watch them waste my game watching on this one. I had to turn it off, flip it. He looked scared. I feel bad for the kid. Yeah, Jacksonville is going to dominate this game. It's going to be blowout.
Yeah, blowout. Jacksonville still, I think they're still a heavy AFC favorite. Now that they still got to go through Kansas City.
Yeah.
You still got to go through Miami. So they're still in that top 3 spot, top 3 or 4 spot AFC team.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
You got 8-3. Yeah.
They are.
They all got the same record.
They are. Yep. They are. They are at the top. So definitely going Jacksonville and their home in the warm weather. It's going to be Jacksonville all day. If Cincinnati, if the Bengals come upset them, that's going to be very shocking.
Very shocking. That'll be our favorite if that happens.
Now the game that everybody wants to talk about. Big bro, let me bring this one in. Let me talk to the people. Cowboys don't play nobody. Cowboys, they haven't played anybody. And teams they play, they play nobodies. Well, the Cowboys about to dominate Seattle. So when the Cowboys blow Seattle tonight, what y'all gonna say next? What, Seattle has a winning record? What's gonna be the excuse then?
Right.
What's gonna be what? I don't know what the excuse is gonna be. Oh, well, they ain't scared of. They ain't beat Philly. We play Philly 2 weeks and we're gonna beat that team too. Then what y'all gonna say then? Oh, but the playoffs. We ain't worried about the playoffs right now. It's the regular season. So I'm going Cowboys. I can kind of assume who you're going for.
Of course, yeah.
I kind of assume who you're picking.
I'm picking the Cowboys too. Of course, we've been playing not just Dak, but Deron Bland, Michael Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, Odigizua, CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Ferguson.
They're clicking.
I'm sorry. Everybody on the offense, defense, special team are playing at an elite level. And I said this at the beginning of the year that that Dak Prescott has to play at an elite level for us to make it further in the playoffs. And that's what's happening. Right. I think it's going to continue to happen into December, January, and in the playoffs.
Right.
Now, people are going to have excuses like always. They're a 500 team. Yeah, they're a 500 team because we just beat them. And they lost to San Francisco last week. You can't keep coming up with excuses on why we're beating teams. Not just beating teams, why we're dominating teams. You can't keep coming up with excuses. It's just like us coming up with an excuse. Well, we didn't make the playoffs because we didn't win in the playoffs because we had Kellen Moore calling plays, or we had Jason Garrett as our head coach. You can't keep doing that. We stopped doing it. Now you have to stop making excuses for these other teams. Correct. We're bullying teams. You can't bully NFL teams. These are NFL teams, professional players, grown men who come out and get paid to play football every Sunday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday. Right.
Yeah. I'm going. Are you calling a score?
I will call the score. I'll say 42-17.
I'm gonna go 37-17.
Okay.
I feel like they're gonna be in the 30s. 37-17 Cowboys. Or 37-20. 37-20. 37-17 or 37-20.
How do you feel we start off the game? Are we going to start off the old Mike McCarthy way, or are we going to start off the way to we're gonna get the ball downfield and score touchdowns early in the first quarter.
Mike McCarthy's still gonna call his typical game. They're gonna start slow with the run. It's just what they do. They do it every game. I don't think they're gonna change that up this week. I don't think they're gonna change it this week. But as the game progresses, so with that playbook.
Yeah,
but
I think
starting off.
I think Dan Quinn, he's going to come out fierce as far as defense.
Listen.
Getting after Geno Smith just like San Francisco did. And that caused so many problems. Watching that game proved a lot. That proved a lot what we can do, because I still think with DeMarcus Lawrence, Michael Parsons, Odigizua, and our linebacking crew is better than the front line, defensive line of San Francisco. So them going after Geno Smith proves that we could do a lot better than that and come after Geno Smith and cause some turnovers and get the ball, scoring some defense.
Here's the only thing I'm going to disagree with you about that. When it comes to pressure games, Cowboys don't perform the best. So if we're matching up Dallas and San Francisco, that's a high pressure game. So you know how I feel about the Cowboys. If it's a pressure game, I probably wouldn't pick them. But Seattle, this is not a high pressure game. This is a game where the Cowboys can just beat the Cowboys. So, but compare them to San Francisco shows up in the big moments. Cowboys got to show up in the big moments. So Philadelphia, next week, Philadelphia's going to be a big moment.
It is.
And I honestly believe, assuming we're still healthy, I honestly believe the Cowboys will win that game. Once a home game too. But I think the first time we played them, lost on some bogus 5-yard, 1-yard penalties crap that took us back 30 yards. I don't think we're going to make the same mistakes, but that's for next week talk.
Yeah. I want to say some comments about that game, but I'll wait till the next episode.
Yeah, I'll wait till the next one.
To talk about it.
Next one. That's going to be the game of the week for sure.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So, I think that's it. We were supposed to have a guest on this show. We were supposed to have a guest on this show.
We would have a Pittsburgh fan. Pittsburgh fan could come on, but I guess he got scared. I guess he got a little scared by the name of Adebiko, but that's okay. He got scared. I called him out. He's supposed to come on. He texted me like, I'm scared. I don't want to come on. I'm a big Cowboy. That's okay. That's okay, because he can't talk about his team. That's all right.
Yeah.
I got you.
We'll get him next time, or whoever else wants to come on the show next time.
Yeah. Join our pick'ems. Join up.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody watching. Join the pick'em. Go to winnerlosessports.com/pick'em, and it has the podcast there. It has the videos there, the audio there, and you could join the pick'em on the app. So it takes you directly to the app as well. And enjoy the show. And I hope you had a good holiday weekend. We'll be back next week for episode number 6, week number 14. We might have some special playoff and Super Bowl pick'ems too. So we'll talk about that. Just think of some ideas so we can do for the playoffs and for the Super Bowl.
All right, y'all. We will see y'all.